Blackburn.
Enterprises.
Thank you for coming to our channel. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me. Back with a new movie review. I'm JB.
I'm Ken.
And today we're going to be reviewing...
You people.
What voice was that?
That's the old Caucasian, maybe Southern person that would say something like that voice. No, okay.
You people.
That was the character I just created in my mind.
I see. This movie is directed by Kenya Barris.
Yay!
Might know him from previous shows such as
Blackish, Grownish, Mixedish, All the ish.
All the
We
ish.
say that every time.
We do. Yes, he's definitely done those movies or
Yes,
shows.
Yes, shows.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the actors and actresses.
Yeah.
This movie is starring Jonah Hill.
Oh shoot, he's starting him. Okay.
Yes, he's the main character. So
Okay,
I'm
yes
gonna
he
start with
is.
Jonah
He
Hill.
is.
Might know him in previous movies such as?
Oh man, I gotta give my mind. Okay. He was on a lot of stuff. He was on
Superbad.
Superbad. Yeah, I was gonna say Bad A, but that is not what it's called. Superbad. Superbad. Yes, that's my movie.
Yes.
Yes, Superbad.
Great movie.
So funny.
All right. Also starring this movie, we have Lauren London.
Okay. Good her.
Might know some previous movies such as the main characters.
Oh, Lauren London is on was she on ATL too? Yeah, she was on ATL. That was one of her first ones.
I'm pretty confident. Let me double check just to make sure that I'm getting correct. But I am pretty sure that she was in ATL.
Yes, she was, right?
Yes, she was.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I did something.
All right.
Yeah.
She did do something. And also starring this movie is a bunch of it's a whole heap of actors and actresses.
And
but we be
cameos and all.
Right, but we would be remiss if we didn't acknowledge one of the goats.
Yes.
Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Might know him from previous movies such as.
That's what my mind was ready for. Nutty Professor and all the movies. He's Coming to America. Everything. Yes. He is everything.
Yes.
I'm glad he's back because he hasn't been in anything in a while, right?
It ain't been that long.
I mean, the new Coming to America, but then we did do a review.
We did do a review on that. On the new Coming to America, he also did movies where he's playing that classic actor.
Oh, the Dolomite.
Yeah, Dolomite.
Dolomite show
Dolomite's my name and it's my game.
We did a thing on that too.
We didn't. We should have.
Oh man, we forgot about that one. Okay.
Okay, and also starring this movie we have Nia Long.
Yes, we just did something on her, The Best Man.
Yes.
Check out our
She was definitely in the Best Man
Holiday.
The final chapter.
Of them.
The final chapter.
She's in all the Best Men.
I was talking about what we just did a review on.
Okay, because don't say it like she wasn't in all of them, though. I'm just saying.
She's Nia Long, of course she was in.
And Love Jones, that's my girl.
Okay, and there's a couple of more actors and actresses, but we'll be here all day.
All day.
Trying to talk about those. But let's go ahead and get into this plot.
So, this is a Jonah Hill meets Lauren London, and they establish a relationship where it's biracial. So we talk about a lot of stereotypes, how that looks within a biracial relationship. Like when you're meeting each other's family, what does that look like? And this movie explores all of those thoughts and emotions that you have when your child decides to marry somebody from another race.
Yes. So this movie is definitely confronting a lot of difference between different cultures, and that is exhibited through the meeting of and the coupling of Jonah Hill and Lauren London's character.
Mm-hmm.
They come from different backgrounds. Jonah Hill is a Jew. Lauren London is obviously black, so saying the intermingling of those different cultures, and it might not necessarily be that big of a deal between them two, but when you bring the families into it,
stuff gets shaky.
Things can get a little hairy.
You know how sticky it gets. You know how sticky it gets.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so you can, let's go ahead and get into those likes.
Yes, I love the acting. The acting is great. We got heavy hitter comedian. We got comedians in here. We have actresses that are well known, and they do not disappoint. They do what they do and on the screen, and they make it They make it do what it do, and it is very entertaining to me.
Okay, yeah, definitely that with the acting. It like as we said, there's so many. Shout out to Kenya Barris. You know what I'm saying? That's just I feel like that just points to the
mastermind.
I wouldn't necessarily mastermind. But I'm talking about the relationships that he has formed with so many people to get so many actors and actresses in this movie.
Space,
like it's so many of them. Like to mention them all, like I said, it would take a minute. But I do want to take that minute to highlight Sam Jack. She is I believe a newer comedian or a newer actress, and you know, just the camaraderie that her and Jonah Hill have, the back and forth that they have on here is something that really makes the movie go well. And she was in, my brain is not working. What was the name of the show? We watched it. It was on Peacock.
Oh yeah.
And she was in Bust Down.
Bust Down, yes. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was Bust Down because it got my boo in it. What's her name? Can't think of her name either. Dominique Perry.
Yes.
So she's in Bust Down with Dominique Perry, and she knows. So she's an up and coming, comedian or whatever. But she is super funny, and so
their chemistry on set was
that's what I was
so
saying.
good. I knew he was about to say that.
Yeah. That's the. I thought I already said that.
Oh, you might have said it out.
Yeah. But that leads us to another which is the comedy. This movie is super
funny.
I mean, like it's
hilarious.
It's from just the obviously subtle. You got from the subtle comedy to the comedy that will make you think. It kind of reminds you of similar comedic performances or stand-up comedian performances like Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle. Where they talk about things that make you feel uncomfortable, and so when you first hear, you might be like, ugh, you might cringe a little bit.
Yeah.
But these are conversations that should be had. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably, that's another that I'll probably get into whatever. But yeah, just focusing on the comedic performances, and there's so many people in here. Andrew Schultz is in here. Mike Epps is in here. Like Rhea Perlman. Jeez Louise. She's also in this movie. Like it's so many veterans, in this movie, and so many people that are vets in the game. And Eddie Murphy, obviously, and the way that he executes his comedy from a almost different, reserved standpoint. You know what I'm saying? I like that as well.
Yeah. And speaking of, one of my likes also is the way that they shed light on stereotypes and this movie, really, I cried during this movie. He didn't know that I was crying, probably. But I cried because it is so true, when you think of black and white and having friends of other races and relationships of other races and how daunting that could be at times. And this is so serious. And to get so many Hollywood stars to back this is so big to me. This is I'm not gonna cry right now. You're looking at me like I'm tearing up, but I'm not.
I mean,
but it says a lot about America and the movement that can be happening with bringing people together during a time where everybody's divided. It's deep, but really,
and I think the main thing
speaks volumes to me.
And I think, but that points to that. But he has a background in that though. If you're a fan of Blackish, then you know that, and even Black AF, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
which he did, which that was
on Netflix too.
Yeah, but I'm saying the word escapes me, but it was controversial, so to speak, as this was, I think, when the preview or trailer first released. But he has a way of making you think about things. He has a way of bringing those conversations up front that people are, maybe are not as confident or feel kind of weird, having those conversations. And kudos to Kenya Barris and kudos to Jonah Hill, because they both they co-wrote it together. And so the way they were able to talk about those subjects, and in particular when it comes to relationships between blacks and Jews, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that is a relationship that can be really contentious, and and there's a lot of history between, a lot of misunderstandings, between, especially when it comes from a culture standpoint. And so the way they were able to do that and still bring, still have so much comedy in it, I definitely love. Even Dion Cole. There's so many people in this daggone movie.
That's what I'm saying. And for them
So
to
many
get
people.
behind this idea,
There's so many people.
that's what is really like dope to me.
So many people.
Another like, it's so many likes, but another like is the Easter eggs. Like, this movie has so many Easter eggs. You brought one up with Lauren London, but the fact that they throw stuff in there, there's visuals in there that I need to watch it again because we watched it on a smaller screen. But there's so many visuals, and I think he ended up putting like one of the pieces from Black AF in this movie. I don't know if you noticed it, but it had like all those little dots on there or whatever. I think that was on Black AF too. But he explained on Black AF what that piece meant or whatever. But yes, it was so many different gems, and the way they showed Hollywood. It was filmed in LA, right? That how they showed different stuff just was like shot beautiful.
So the way they were able to pay homage to people, I'll go ahead and say that I don't think that's necessarily a spoiler. So shout out to Nipsey, or rest in power to Nipsey Hussle. The way they were, they showcased him or honored him, just in the nice sort of ways that they did things. I definitely liked how they did that as well, and the way they you definitely got the energy of California, and seeing just people being in everyday life, and what the environment is, and what the social settings are as well. And another thing is the music. Like the music, I really like the music. That was a really dope. I wonder who was over the music. Whoever was over there, they did an excellent job of that as well. Like it was
well put together.
Definitely well put together.
Yeah. Highlighting places like Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, like that everybody knows, and when you visit certain places, you're like, I have to eat there. Like, it's just wow. All
right, so any dislikes?
I do not have any dislikes.
I have one.
Okay.
I have one dislike. I just would have liked the main. How do I say it without saying it? When it comes to the relationships between characters, I would have liked the relationship to be a bit stronger. And I think it was a bit stronger, then it's more believable.
Oh,
you know? And so that's my only like little nitpick. Like if I'm nitpicking stuff, you know what I'm saying?
I think because they had a different type of relationship too. Like, you have your lovey-dovey kissy relationships. You have your like jokey friend, kind of like friendship relationship people that. So I guess the type of relationship they had was different. If that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? I also didn't say that I liked the representation in this movie too. Not only, like he said, they talked about Jews, they talked about blacks, they talked about LGBTQ, like all the people that were represented in this movie. That was, to put all that in one movie, it's a lot. So I like that too.
It is.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into our favorite part of the show, the ratings.
I'm going to give this movie an A. This is an A. I feel like everybody should watch it. Especially if you feel like you're an ally, I feel like everybody should watch it, because that's what we don't do. We're friends with people, but we really don't sit down and talk about like our stereotypes or our first impressions of certain type of people and stuff like that. And I feel like this movie is a very good conversation piece. Like, I would love to have roundtable discussions on it. If you're interested, let us know. But yes, I really appreciate that from the movie.
All right, I think I'm going to agree as well and give this movie a solid A. Like I said, off top, the discussions that's just to reiterate what she said, like the discussions that they're choosing to cover when it comes to, culture and understanding that, and the difficult conversations that people shy away or have difficulty trying to discuss, and them able to put it in the movie and put it in comedic situations where, like you said, it can make people have conversations and make people even have more thought, on that particular subject. But again, an all-star cast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what can be said. Like, there's so many people, so many of them do an excellent job. You know what I'm saying? The veterans, King, what I'm saying? One of the GOATs, one of the kings, Eddie Murphy, one of the queens. Again, Nia Long, like so many different people, you know.
And with all these people, they still had their place. It wasn't like they're just stuffed in the movie like some people do.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, when they came into the movie, you know what I'm saying? It made sense. It did add, add to the
flowed.
It did add to the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a shout out to Jonah Hill. Like, he's do I want to say he's a comedic genius? I mean, I might as well say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like almost in all movies where it's a comedy and he's in it, even going way back to 40-Year-Old Virgin when he was in the movie for like 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah, about them boots. Yeah. You never forget that. You never forget that part.
Like his comedic timing and the way he's able to. It was just a thing to be seen. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely a movie that you should see if you haven't, and definitely talk about.
Yeah.
All right. So if you go ahead and do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button. We definitely appreciate it, and it helps out the channel. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, bruh, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We definitely appreciate it. And you can see more videos of your face itching like this one. And if you want to go ahead and do us another favor, you want to go ahead and hit that button that's shaped like a bell. If you want to go ahead and do that, you'll get a notification.
Every time we drop a new video.
Every time we drop a new video. And if you want to go ahead and do us one more favor, you want to go ahead and comment down below. And what should it comment?
Have you ever been stigmatized because of some difference? Like, it could be race,
This is a long question.
No, it's not. It's just... No, it's a deep question. I don't think it's very long though. Have you ever been stigmatized? Like, have you ever been stigmatized for something?
Have you ever been judged based on your race?
Basically, stigmatized is just a big word for judge.
It is. Somebody's a teacher.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody has a big brain on brain. Have you ever been judged for your race?
Yes.
All right, we appreciate every single one of you, and I guess we'll holler at you. Peace.